Hello everyone, welcome to Deacon's NFL Talk. I'm your host Deacon, and welcome back to another Deacon's NFL Talk episode. Today was another quiet week, I will say. I will add there are also two topics, once again, back-to-back episodes with only two topics. These topics are a little bit bigger. They're not stadiums. Then after that, we have two signings from this week and absolutely zero cuts this whole week. We have three quick hits, which is similar to last week. And then the June recap of June, where I recap the top 10 topics of June, top 5 signings of June, the top 5 cuts. Those are the primary ones. And then since it happened in June, top 5 minicamp updates or news, whatever you want to call it. Then we have a question of the week. And yeah, that was some of the episode. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing an American shirt right now, it's after the 4th of July, but since I didn't do anything about it last week, I decided to just do it this week. But let's get right into this episode, episode 22 on Deacon's NFL Talk. All right, everybody, we're going to jump right into it. So, the first topic of this week was great news for Patriots fans. Definitely, I think, underrated linebacker. But the Patriots signed linebacker Jahlani Tavai to a 3-year, $15 million extension. So, for guys, I believe I've seen him before, but I've heard he's really good. Very underrated linebacker in my opinion. And yeah, let's see, $15 million for a linebacker is pretty good. All right, I'm sure you guys have seen him before. Number 48 on the Patriots with the long, curly black hair. I'm sure you've seen him before. But the deal provides a value of $21 million. So add a little bit extra money in there. That's like $6 million extra in there for the total value, and then the contract keeps Tavai in Foxborough through the 2027 season, which I think Patriots fans, they should be glad that they locked him down. He's very good, a very underrated linebacker. Go watch him play. I mean, he's just really fun to watch, and I really like him. I like to watch him play. But Tavai is coming off his best season, generating 110 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 1 sack through the 2023 through 24 season. It was a really good year for Tavai. So obviously he's coming off his best season in the NFL. How many years? I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up at some point. But yeah, really good extension for Tavai. I definitely think he deserves it. But yeah, really big topic to start off the episode. And yeah, I definitely think Jahlani Tavai definitely deserved that kind of money. It'll be interesting to see because it says $15 million, but it provides a total value of $21 million. So I don't know what that necessarily means if they're going to add a I don't have a whole lot of info on that part of the story. But we're going to go to the second and final topic of the episode. And the Cowboys. The Cowboys probably have one of the strangest off seasons this year. It's been a roller coaster for the Cowboys, but it just got worse. The Cowboys quarterback, Dak Prescott, is dealing with a minor foot injury, which is not what you want to hear. The fact that the kind of offseason that the Cowboys have been having lately, it's just been a wild offseason for Dallas. Prescott has worn this boot for a whole week. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, when you break your leg or for Prescott, break your foot, you're gonna wear one of those boots. He said to make matters better though, he said it's very minor because, that's at least something better than saying it's only minor. But providing a little bit of more confidence that it's not as bad as what it could be. He said it's very minor. He's worn the boot for a week, and hopefully he can get back to being healthy. Obviously, he said very minor, so he's gonna start week 1 unless it gets worse somehow or he does it to something. But speaking of the wild offseason the Cowboys have had this offseason, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons are all eligible for extensions. So it's just been a wild offseason for Dallas. I mean, re-signing Ezekiel Elliott, who was on the Cowboys for like his whole career until a few years ago. Was it 1 or 2 years ago? Feels like forever ago. But yeah, I mean, definitely a crazy offseason that the Cowboys have been having lately, and it just got worse. Not by a lot, but it did get worse, and it's not what you want to hear if you're a Cowboys fan. Definitely not. Like, how can it get any worse from this point on? How does it get worse than this? They would be sucked to be a Dallas fan right now. I mean, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan, in case you guys didn't know that. But we're going to go to signings. We just finished the NFL news in a little over 5 minutes. Signings. We have 2 signings this week. Vikings re-sign veteran running back Cam Akers, and the Rams re-sign safety John Johnson III. That is it for signings, and no cuts. Absolutely no cuts this week. I'm going to try and make this episode as long as possible. That way we can have a little bit of a longer episode instead of having a 10-minute episode, which would be fine. If you guys didn't know, my old Deacon Info Talk account, if you guys didn't know, I had an old one. That was like a 5-minute episode during the playoffs. That's because there was nothing to talk about. And this has been the quietest 2 weeks, NFL-wise, in a long time that I can remember, other than the playoffs last year, where the Bengals were in. All right, not 2023, 2022 playoffs, 2022 season. So it's been a long time since I've seen a week 2 weeks, or just one this quiet. But all right, quick hits. NFL legend Michael Strahan says he may retire from television. Strahan serves as an analyst for Fox NFL Sunday and host of Good Morning America. Strahan's daughter, Isabella, 19, was diagnosed with brain cancer in October. Strahan has been taking time off to spend time with his daughter through chemotherapy. Obviously, I can make sense what Strahan's trying to tell us. It makes sense. I mean, he was a great football player. I mean, he retired a long time ago. But Strahan said that he wants freedom in his life, more freedom in his life. I understand it 100%. I mean, I've been there. Trust me. Like, I'm not saying I've been on television and want more freedom in life, but like, I've been wanting to spend more time with my family, like a few times. So I mean, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. We'll see what happens or how it plays out. Yeah. Honestly, the kind of situation he's going through right now, like, I feel like he should retire, maybe primarily, like, just for a little bit. But we'll see what happens. This happened, like, beginning of the week, so it's been an oldish topic. But all right, the next one. Former number 1 overall pick Jamarcus Russell is accused of wrongdoing. According to court documents, Russell deposited a $74,000 check that was an intended I cannot talk today, guys. I'm really sorry about this. Was an intended donation for Williamson High School. This happened in July of 2022, so pretty much a year ago or 2 years ago. I don't know why they'd be talking about it this late. I mean, it's July 2024. This is a 2 years old topic, and now we're bringing it up. Russell denied any wrongdoing, which the highlight is Jamarcus Russell accused of wrongdoing. And Russell was then fired from the head coaching job of Williamson High School for football. So, bad situation. I mean, it was supposed to be a donation. I've heard. I'm guessing he cashed in the money himself for him to keep in his possession and not a donation for the school. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of info on the story. Hoping I can get some more out soon. But all right, last quick hit of the episode, and we're not even into 10 minutes yet. But all right, last one. Veteran safety Tashaun Gibson suspended for 6 games. So why, I don't know why, but every year we have at least one player that's getting suspended for gambling. This is different. This is not gambling. Gibson violated the league's performance-enhancing substances policy. Gibson has played for the Browns, Jaguars, Texans, Bears, and more recently this year, the 49ers. Gibson is currently a free agent. So, yeah, nobody's going to want him at this point. He messed up big time. I mean, when you get suspended for 6 games, what are you going to be used for? How are you going to be useful in for 6 weeks? So, we'll see. One more. I just saw this. This isn't really going to be a quick hit. I'm not really going to talk about this, but I just saw Travis Kelce turned down appearing on Netflix's Receiver series, and I just now saw this, so this is new to me. But yeah, one thing, I might talk about it a little bit as I'm reading through it right now because I have not seen this topic yet. But last year Netflix introduced Quarterback on Netflix, which was a really, really good series. I really liked. I mean, I haven't watched that much, like 2 or 3 episodes. I really need to be watching more. But the Receiver, which also includes tight ends, will star Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I think that's all the info I have on it. Hopefully I can talk more about that next week because, I mean, I literally just saw this pop up, so I don't have anything ready for that. But I just read through it, just some of it there. Not really. Am I surprised? No, not really. Why Taylor Swift? I feel like he's turning down so many stuff just for Taylor Swift, so NFL fans won't speculate. Oh, he's doing all this because, yeah. Well, I don't know the true reason behind it. I just looked at it, so I mean, I don't really know. So, all right, the June recap of this week. It was a pretty good week. It was a pretty good month of June. I had a lot of big topics. Signings was really good this week. Cuts, not so much. Mini camp updates, those were pretty good. We're gonna get right into it. Also, we have top 5 tryouts and workouts that I did not mention. But all right, top 10 topics of June. I did top 10 topics because the topics are the main parts of the episode. So that's why I'm going to put them in there for top 10 instead of 5. But at number 10, this might not come as a surprise to be on the list or just number 10 in general. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey selected as a Madden 25 cover. It made my top 10. Just barely, though. There were a lot of tough decisions I had to make. There was some good topics. By the way, I talked about this in episode 19, which was, 3 episodes ago? So, it's been a while, but 3 weeks ago. But at number 9, we have the AFC North is to appear on in-season Hard Knocks. I'm just reading off a piece of paper that have been in these episodes. But yeah, that happened in episode 20, so literally just 2 weeks ago, and that was a big topic. Really glad the Bengals were in there. So that's when I say AFC North, once again, that is the entire division of the AFC North. And then number 8, we have NFL OTAs could become extinct, which was a big topic in episode 18, like a month ago. And that was huge. Back at that time, it was talked about constantly, and it made my top 8 because 7 through 1 are, in my opinion, bigger topics. Number 7, Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins signs a franchise tag. And the only reason I put it above the OTAs one is because he was holding out for what feels like forever. And it's been constantly a battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and T. Higgins. So I had to put him at number 7 over the OTAs. At number 6, we have the Texans wide receiver Nico Collins agreeing to a 3-year, $72.5 million extension with the Houston Texans. That happened in episode 18, by the way. The T. Higgins one happened in episode 20. But yeah, episode 18 was a big episode. Trust me. Like, the majority, right, I think 2, 3, we have 5 topics in the top 10 topics of June. So half of top 10 that were from episode 18, which is absolutely crazy. That's how crazy episode 18 was. That episode 18 gets the award of craziest episode of the month. I'll tell you that. Number 5, the Dolphins extend wide receiver Jalen Waddle to a 3-year, $84.75 million contract. That also happened in episode 18. I will give a little sneak peek here, though. There were 3 wide receivers that signed contract extensions during the week of episode 18. So that's crazy. 3 of them. Number 1 will not come as a surprise, I'll tell you that. And number 4, the Steelers re-signed head coach Mike Tomlin to a 3-year extension, which happened in episode 19. Mike Tomlin, this has to be up there. Some of you might be like, well, he's a head coach. Like, why is he ahead of Jalen Waddle and, like, T. Higgins and Nico Collins? Like, thing is, though, I'm pretty sure it's been, like almost 2 decades since, like, Mike Tomlin hasn't made the playoffs or something. So, like, he's, like, definitely top tier, definitely top 5 for sure, topic of the month. At number 3, we have the 49ers re-signed running back Christian McCaffrey to a 2-year, $38 million deal, which happened in episode 18. There was so much. It was a crazy week in episode 18, one that I will never forget. At number 2, we're down to all right. We're in top 3 right now. Then number 2, the Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence agrees to a 5-year, $275 million contract, which happened in episode 19. I only put him there because at number 1, Lawrence, honestly, I don't think he deserves the kind of contract that he just got. I mean, I feel like most of you guys can agree with that. He doesn't deserve it. So that's why I put him at 2. And the second reason is because at number 1, the Vikings re-signed wide receiver Justin Jefferson to a 4-year, $140 million extension, which happened in episode 18. No surprise that Justin Jefferson gets the number 1 topic, gets the nod for the number 1 topic of June. No doubter. I mean, that was a pretty easy one for me. Trevor Lawrence came close, but, like, then again, I mean, he is a good quarterback. Don't prove me wrong. Like, he's a good quarterback. But I just think Justin Jefferson gets the nod for it. But yeah, those are the top 10 topics of June. Now we're going to go top 5 signings. All right, Browns re-signed head coach Kevin Stefanski. 49ers re-signed wide receiver Jawan Jennings. Bears re-signed tight end Mercedes Lewis. At number 4, the Chiefs re-signed wide receiver McCole Hardman. And at number 5, the Steelers signed corner Cameron Sutton. So now we're going to go from 5 down. I should have done that for signings. But a great month of signings for sure. One of the best months that I've ever seen in recent memory. Top 5 cuts. At number 5, we have the Lions cut linebacker Steele Chambers. Number 4, we had the Chiefs cut defensive lineman Isaiah Buggs, who was arrested the second time this offseason. At number 3, the Steelers cut wide receiver Denzel Mims. Number 2, the Chargers cut center Corey Linsley. And at number 1, should be a no-doubter, the Commanders cut kicker Brandon McManus. There was a whole situation going on, and I'm not going to get to it because I didn't want to put it in an episode for many reasons. Top 5 minicamp updates. At number 5, we have the Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers absent from minicamp. At number 4, we had the Buccaneers offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs present at minicamp. Number 3, we had the Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons present at minicamp. At number 2, we had the Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb absent from minicamp. And at number 1, we had Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase present at minicamp. Honestly, there are some question marks in that list right there. First one, why is Aaron Rodgers at number 5? We haven't really seen if he's even good yet anymore. He barely played anything last year. So we still have there's a lot to prove for Aaron Rodgers. I do think he's still good, but is he as good as he was? And then another one, Micah Parsons, or maybe above CeeDee Lamb. No, I like CeeDee Lamb better. And then Jamar Chase over CeeDee Lamb. Well, here's the thing. I'm sure this happens to CeeDee Lamb most of the time too. But Jamar Chase gets doubled every single game Like, it's every week. It's double teamed, and it's always Higgins, or it was Mixon and Tyler Boyd, who would just have to get the ball, and Chase would never get the ball. Like, seriously, he's doing everything he can to get open, and like he said, he's always open. And I believe him, but it is hard when you're double teamed every week. I'm sure CeeDee Lamb gets double teamed all the time. I don't know that because I'm not a Cowboys fan. I don't pay attention to the NFC as much as the AFC. But those are the top 5 minicamp news. The last one. I cannot believe we made it to 20 minutes. This should be a short episode. The top 5 tryouts and workouts. At number 5, we have the Commanders tryout UFL kicker Matt McCrane. Number 4, we have the Cowboys tryout UFL linebacker Noah Dawkins. Number 3, we had the Panthers workout UFL wide receiver Hakeem Butler. Like I said, he is built like a tight end. Seriously, I'm not kidding. The dude is a monster. Look him up. Seriously. You know, here, I'll pull up it right here. I'll just pull it up from out of the blue. He was a former NFL player, I believe. Yeah, he played with the Steelers. Steelers fans might know who I'm talking about. And Ravens, I guess so. And Eagles. And Cardinals. But, dude, please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me that he does not look like a tight end. Here, I'm looking for a good picture here. It's kind of hard to find some recently. But I'm telling you, why was he not in the NFL earlier? Looking for a picture. I got to get a good angle of him. The quality might not be really good, but I don't really... All right, here's one. Why does he look like a tight end to me? I'm not joking. He looks like a tight end. Like, I'm not joking. It could be the angle, but watch his highlights and you see him move. Like, he should be playing tight end. Like, seriously. Like, he doesn't look like a tight end on picture for some reason, but he looks like a tight end when you're watching him play. Trust me. Look him up. All right. Number 2, we had the Jets try out wide receiver Jakeem Grant, and this number 1, the Seahawks try out wide receiver Robbie Chosen, or more known as Robbie Anderson. I guess he changed his last name. I'm not sure why. Whatever. I guess he's known as Robbie Chosen now. I'm gonna see if there's any more NFL topics, because sometimes, like today, there's some that just pop up. I don't see anything. Nope, no new topics. Question of the week. I'm not sure how, but we're nearing 25 minutes. This should have been ended a long time ago, but hey, the longer, I guess, the better. So, question of the week. Is the Cowboys Super Bowl window closing? I saw this question. Oh, it was like a few days ago. It was midweek, maybe barely getting into the beginning of the week. And I was like, ooh, that should definitely be question of the week, because it is a big question. I mean, like I said about the Dak Prescott and the Cowboys situation, they have Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons going into contract years. They're all eligible for extension. I don't know what's gonna happen here. If anything, I'm gonna put myself, and you guys can do this too. Put yourself in the Cowboys general manager's shoes, or just whoever is the head to do this. Whoever is the lead man doing this. What are we thinking? All right, this is a lot of money, and we cannot afford all 3 of them. I mean, who else you're gonna get? Like, you're gonna have to sell the whole team if you sign Dak to a massive contract. The quarterback market is absolutely wild. The wide receiver market, it's pretty good. If I'm the Cowboys GM, let's play out this year. Let's just play it out this year. All right, we're gonna go into 2024 season with all 3 of them. Right, we're not gonna worry about any of their contracts. We're just gonna go into 2024 without paying anybody else. All right, you can pay additional players, like that, not named Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons. We're just gonna leave them be. All right, we're gonna leave them alone. And here's what we're gonna do. Once the 2024 season is over, we're gonna go into the draft, and we're gonna draft a quarterback. All right, Shador Sanders, option. No, I'm kidding. I don't know who it's going to be. Carson Beck, who knows? We're going to go into the 2025 NFL draft, and we're going to draft a quarterback. All right, so we're going to replace Dak Prescott. We're going to cut him, trade him, release. I don't know what we're going to do with Dak Prescott. We're just not keeping him. All right, we're going to re-sign CeeDee Lamb, and we're going to trade Micah Parsons for another edge rusher or another linebacker, outside linebacker in the lead. Let me know what you guys think. And one player that comes to mind when I think of a trade to get rid of Micah Parsons, if you can afford Micah Parsons, keep him. No doubter, keep him. But if we do not have enough money for Micah Parsons, we're going to trade the New England Patriots in either the draft or during the offseason for maybe a first round pick, a few first round picks, maybe additional second and third round pick. For like, so here's if I was the Cowboys here, I'm trading Micah Parsons to the New England Patriots in the draft or during the offseason for at least 1 or 2 first round picks, maybe a second, third, fourth, or fifth round pick, and Matthew Judon. Let me know what you think of that. That's honestly not a bad deal. Matthew Judon is really good. Don't get me wrong. I love watching him play. Let me know though. What do you guys think of that? Like, should I be a general manager? No, probably not. I mean, you know what I want to be? I would want to be like someone who can like look at our roster. Like, honestly, I would not be surprised if the Cowboys took Shedeur Sanders in the draft next year. But that's the plan. The Cowboys are going with the quarterback in next year's draft, and we're going to re-sign CeeDee Lamb, and we're going to either re-sign Micah Parsons or trade him to the New England Patriots for a few picks and Matthew Judon, which wouldn't be a bad trade. I don't think it's the end of the world if the Cowboys do it. I think it'd be a pretty decent trade. I think the Patriots would end up winning the trade. But then again, you have all these first-round picks. If you're the Cowboys, you have all these picks from the New England Patriots, and you can load up your roster even cheaper. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of that situation. Anyway, is the Cowboys Super Window closing? Yes, it is closing fast, and they don't have much time until Dak moves on, probably, or CeeDee or Micah, one of the two, maybe all 3 of them, maybe just 2 of them, maybe just one will move on. It's going to be tough to maintain 3 players on one team that all deserve hundreds of millions of dollars. As a Bengals fan, I know how it feels when you have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They don't deserve hundreds of millions of dollars, but they deserve a lot of money. But man, we'll see how it plays out for the Cowboys. Hopefully it ends well for the Cowboys. I mean, their Super Bowl contending or even playoff contending roster is in trouble. Trust me. I mean, I never want to be in that situation. Hopefully it goes out well for them. But yeah. All right. That is it. We're going to go to the quiz. All right. Who is the latest non-quarterback to win MVP? And I did not realize how easy of a quiz this would be. I thought I could get somebody. I got one person. That's all. All right. 20 of you answered as of now. Let's just get to it. All right. Alan Page, 0%. Jim Brown, 0%. Lawrence Taylor, 10%. Adrian Peterson, 90%. I am 0-12 against my subscribers, like you guys. I'm going to find a quiz that is hard enough. I do have these like quiz cards of NFL questions. I looked for that. I'm trying to find it because they have hard enough ones where I can even answer them because I don't know everything about the NFL. But hopefully I'm gonna win one at some point. I don't care when it is. I'm gonna do it at some point. I don't know when though. But I thank you guys so much for tuning in this episode. If you enjoyed, hit the like and the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified of every single upload that this channel makes. Go check out last week's episode. It was quiet like this week. Only had 2 topics as well. Only stadium topics. The Panthers and Jaguars upgraded their stadiums big time. Go check that one out. Also check out the segments from that episode and from this episode. A lot of fun to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next week for another great episode on Deacon's NFL Talk.